Houston Astros went down with some of the worst cheaters in the history of sports. If you know what I'm talking about, then keep watching to learn about all of the details that you missed. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Now I'm going to tell you about the Astros. It all started in November of 2019. Former Astros pitcher Mike Fiers came out and said that the Astros used cameras to steal signs during their 2017 World Series run. Sign stealing has been around since the invention of baseball. Even back in 1870, teams had scouts on top of telephone poles, scoping out the catcher's signals. Many teams have used runners on second base to look at the catcher's signs and signal them to the batter what pitch is being thrown. This is against the unwritten rules of baseball, but it is technically allowed. What is against the rules is using an electronic device to steal signs, which is what the Astros did. What they did to cheat was pretty simple. In center field at their home stadium, Minute Maid Park, there was a camera that was zoomed in on the opposing catcher. The camera view was on a TV in the dugout. Members of the coaching staff would decode the catcher's signs to figure out if it was a fastball, curveball, slider, or any other off-speed pitch. If the pitch was an off-speed, someone would bang on a trash can loud enough so that the batter would hear it and know not to swing. If there was no bang, the batter would know a fastball was coming. While most people involved in baseball didn't know about this, the players did. It made the job of catchers like Jonathan LaCroix really difficult. LaCroix, who spent 4 years in the same division as the Astros, said that he was forced to try to outsmart them. He said that he came up with a very intricate system to fool the Astros, but it didn't work. LaCroix also said that it put a lot of pressure on the pitchers. Instead of just trying to throw strikes, pitchers were required to decode signs. When Mike Fiers came out and said something, MLB launched an investigation to see what was true and what wasn't. What they found was that they were stealing signs for all of 2017, which is the year they won the World Series, and part of 2018. As a result of the investigation's findings, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred suspended Astros General Manager Jeff Lunhow and manager A.J. Hinch from baseball for 1 year. They were also fired by the owner of the Astros. Additionally, the team was fined $5 million and lost first and second round draft picks for 2020 and 2021. The players faced no penalties in exchange for their cooperation with the investigation. The players definitely should have been punished. They were just as involved as any of the managers. In 1919, the Chicago White Sox accepted money to throw the World Series and purposely lose. The Astros cheating scandal is just as bad, if not worse than that. All of the White Sox players were banned for life, so no penalty for Astros players is definitely not right. Banning the players would have ensured that something like this would not happen in the future because the players wouldn't want to get banned. The World Series that they won in 2017 should also be taken away. Yu Darvish was on the Dodgers in 2017 when they faced the Astros in the World Series. What he said is 100% true, and I totally agree with it. He said that when a player in the Olympics cheats, they don't win a gold medal, so the Astros should not win their World Series title. A lot of players had some input on this situation. Mike Trout said, "I lost respect for some guys." He also said that he didn't agree with not punishing the players because it was a player-driven thing. Cody Bellinger said, "I thought Manfred's punishment was weak. Everyone knows they stole the ring from us." Even LeBron had something to say. He tweeted this post about the Astros. "Listen, I know I don't play baseball, but I am in sports, and I know if someone cheated me out of winning the title, and I found out, I would be irate." Former reliever Mike Bolsinger even sued the Astros for making him lose his job. It was August 4th, 2017. The Blue Jays were playing at Minute Maid Park, home of the Astros. Bolsinger came in to pitch in the 4th inning. He gave up 4 runs and only got 1 out. He said the batters seemed to know every pitch that was coming, and they did. That was the last MLB game that Mike Bolsinger ever pitched. As you can see, MLB players now hate the Astros. And when a pitcher doesn't like a batter, they throw at him. Rob Manfred knows this, so he issued a warning saying that any pitcher that purposely beans an Astros player will be suspended. At this point, Rob Manfred is just blowing hot air. How is it right that a player can cheat and not be punished, but a pitcher will be punished for hitting one batter?